Hi, this is Sweet June coming back at you with another video. I want to talk about. Um, I did some videos, saying when a man um, comes into your life, you're single, and a man comes into your life, um, and he needs to be able to bring something to the table. He should be able to bring something to the table, and basically giving the three mommies, and not just the three mommies, but all single, particularly single mothers. If you're going to be dealing with somebody, he needs to be bringing something to the table. He needs to be doing something to help you. Um, and that's for all single mothers, single women, period. I mean, particularly, but I particularly want to talk about single mothers right now. Um, I know Jazz was saying something about, she did a live and she was saying something about she pays her own bills, um, and she's, I guess, setting the record straight on. Um, Somebody was trying to report her to the DHS down there. Well, that's what they call it up here. I don't know what they call it down there, Texas, because she they seen her give Chris money on her video. They seen her give him some money, and she was, basically saying, in one of her videos said, I'm gonna do for him and I'm do for my kids, and then she said something about she didn't need his help, and when she said she didn't need his help, I'm like, huh? I gotta admit, guys, I gotta admit that threw me off when she said she didn't need his help. Um, I gotta admit, I have to admit, now this going by what she said. I have to admit that threw me off because my thought is, this is my thought. My thought was when she said that, okay, you got four kids, you're a stay-at-home mom, you work from home, being a YouTuber, and she gets paid, you know, you're basically contractor, you put videos on YouTube and they're paying you, the advertisers are paying you for putting their ads on your videos. It's basically you know, what that is. That's how you make people make money. Well, I'm not making any money, but that's how people, um, bigger YouTubers make their money. Advertisers put their advertisements on the videos. Because I have to tell people, when I tell people that I do YouTube, and they ask like, "Do you get paid doing that?" And I'm like, "Well, you can get paid," and I explain to them the whole situation. You got to have 1,000 subscribers. I'm not at 1,000 yet. And once you do, um, when an advertiser, and they were like, well, how do you get paid on there? I was like, well, when people, when you put your video up and advertisers put ads on your videos, when ads pop up on your video, you get paid. I explain that to people. I explain that to quite a few people because a lot of people didn't know. I mean, when I first started on here, I didn't know you could get paid. A lot of people don't realize you can get paid on here. I'm not making any money. I made a little money back before they started changing the monetization rules. I made a little something, but I mean, I was happy to get that. If you go way back in my archives, I did a little video said I got my coin. I was happy to get that little cheese and change. I was happy about that, and I got that little money. That kind of geeked me up. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. but But maybe one day, maybe I'm keep hope alive. I'm gonna keep hope alive. Jesse Jackson, keep hope alive. I'm gonna keep hope alive. And that song is a song on the movie The Associate. It's this movie Associate, one of my favorite movies by Whoopi Goldberg, and it's called The Associate. And there's a song on this. I can't sing it probably because of copyrights. I can't sing it, but it's called "Keep Hope Alive." So I'll be singing that song. So that I'm not gonna sing it on here because I don't want to get a strike. But anyway, but anyway, I'm getting off subject. She she uh she gets paid. That's how she makes most of her income, and she also does endorsements. Her and Chrissy and some other YouTubers. I guess when you get to it, because ain't nobody after me asking me to do nothing. But I guess when you get up to a certain level, uh, I guess when you get up to be a certain level on here, some people hit you up and say, hey, could you wear my hair or could you wear my clothes and I'll pay you this X amount of dollars to show this off on your channel. And they get paid that way too. I'm not at that level yet, obviously. Ain't nobody hit me up to do nothing on here. So I think that's wonderful. I think that's beautiful. I think that is wonderful that mothers can come on here and do videos and post family videos and things like that, and they can basically make money, and be able to be at home with their children because they need to be at home with their kids. They should be at home with them, and so I think that's a wonderful thing. I think that's great. That's great. I think that's beautiful that they can do that. But um, so with that being said, I'm getting way off topic. I'm so sorry. But with that being said, she said that I can pay my own bills. But my thought was this when she said that. I was like, okay, you're YouTuber, you make your money on here, but you're also not make you're still requiring some type of assistance. Even though you're making money on here, it's obviously not enough for you to not be on some type of assistance. So she's getting some type of assistance. Um, so that means that if you're getting assistance, you do need help you do need help. If you're getting some type of assistance, you do need help. So for her to act like she don't need no help, I was baffled by that because I'm like, okay, you're on YouTube, you're making money, but you're also getting assistance. So that means that you do need help, right? Because they're not gonna give it to you if you don't qualify. If you don't qualify, they're not gonna give it to you. You know, because there was times where they cut when I was raising my kids, they cut me off of everything, except for they gave them Medicaid and cut my Medicaid off and gave it to them because they always make sure that the kids have it. Um, Depending on how much money I was making, on any particular job, you know. So it depends on how much your income you got coming in, but obviously her income is still low enough to qualify for something, you know. So that means you do in fact need help. So any man coming into your life, sis, needs to be bringing something to the table. He needs to be helping you pay a bill or you know buying food. I think she did say something about him buying food. But he needs to be doing something because if he come into your home and he's not bringing something to the table, it, that means that you're helping him, and that's not how it's supposed to go down. And I'm a firm believer in a woman shouldn't be giving no man no money. I've done a video talking about that. If I find the link, I'll put it in the box. I'm a firm believer in a woman not giving no man no money, especially when you're just meeting a man. The only time a woman should be giving a man her money is if she is legally married to that man. If she is legally married to that man, then she could, or they're your son. In my case, I'm guilty. Well, that's how we roll. I help them, they help me. That's just what we do. Okay, all right. But them is my babies. They always gonna be my babies. So, if I'm in a position to help them and they in a tight situation, and I'm in a position to help them, they gonna always be my babies. I don't care how old they get. So, whatever. But if they're your husband or your son, you know. But other than that, you ain't supposed to be giving them no money. It was this lady on Dr. Phil. I feel so bad for this lady. She had her two grown kids on there. It was an older lady. She had her two grown kids on there, and they was upset because she had gave a good portion of her retirement to some guy that lived in Africa, and he got put in jail, and he was like sweet talking her, sweet talking her, doing that jail. I call it jail talk. But even before he went to jail, he was getting money out of her. You know, talking about I love you and all this kind of stuff. And Dr. Phil was trying to tell her that this man is, he finally got the man on the show. And in turn, come to find out, the man was schooling some other people on how to uh, scam women out of their money. That's to make a long story short. I'm trying to make a long story short. But I felt so bad for this lady. She must have had a lot of money. She gave a good portion of her retirement money to this guy. And her kids was upset. She had a son and a daughter. They was on there. They was so upset. They was like, Mom, come on, wake up. And sometimes women get older, they get lonely, and they meet some guy on the internet, plenty of fish, and I don't even go on those dating sites no more. I don't even mess with them no more. I used to back in the day. I did a whole video talking about my online dating experience. That's way back. You gotta check that video out. I used to date online, back in the day. After my youngest son was born, I was looking for a husband and a father figure to him. I'm like, Mommy gonna find you a daddy. Mommy's gonna find you a daddy. Yeah, right. Well, I got really discouraged and I quit doing it. I don't even mess with it no more. I don't even mess with it no more. Um, I'm not knocking it because some people have got married off of it, but me personally, you just have to be really careful. And some of these ladies, they get older, they be lonely. Some people don't know how to be alone. Stay tuned, I might do a video talking about that. Um, some people don't know how to be alone, and they get lonely and, stuff like that. And then they get vulnerable and they go against their better judgment. People say, well, she should be old enough to know better. But loneliness, does weird things to people. People do strange things when they get lonely. If people get lonely enough, they do strange things, and then you'd be surprised what they get caught up in. But I hope and pray I never get that lonely. I said, Lord, please don't let me get that lonely. Please don't never let me get that lonely where I'm gonna be just sending thousands and hundreds of dollars to some guy. First of all, I ain't got it. You know, I'm of the mentality of I need some help. Can you help me? If you can't, what I need with you? Okay. They got a hot meal down there at the mission. You need a hot meal. They give you that at the mission. Oh boy. But I don't. My thought is like if when you're a single mother and you're raising your children on your own, it doesn't make a difference. Even if you're making, even if let's say you're making six figures and you're doing pretty good for yourself, you and your children. If somebody coming into your life, you know, you might not necessarily need their help, but you don't need to be helping them. You don't need to be giving them a bunch of money. Because my thought is this: when you're a single mother, I know when I was a single mother and I was raising my kids, it was always a bill that had to be paid. It was always something I needed to buy around the house. Food, we always needed some type of food item. There was always a need. When you're raising children, it's always a need. They need shoes, they need clothes. They always need something, some shoes, they always need clothes because they grow fast. They always need something for school. You need to put gas in the car, get yourself back and forth to work or drop them off or whatever. Or in her case, she needs gas to drop the children off to school, go to the store. You got to buy necessities for the house, laundry detergent, cleaning supplies, and all that. You single mothers out here, you know what I'm talking about. There's always something that you're gonna need money for. Even if it's just going to the auto store and getting the thing of oil to put in your freaking car. You need something. You know what I'm saying? It's always something. When you're a single mother, I know when I was a single mother raising my kids, it was always something. All the time. It was always an expense. I had to go to the store and grab some bread and milk or whatever. Even after I didn't bought a whole bunch of groceries that's supposed to go last through the week. Okay, well, we didn't ran out of milk, so I don't gotta go grab some milk or some bread, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because when they're growing, especially they get to them teen years, they eat a lot. So you might buy a gallon of milk. That gallon of milk might be gone in a couple of days. So when you're raising children, it's always something that you need. Stuff around the house. You know, me having to take care of things in my house. I had to get something done around the house. I had a repair that I had to make to the house that I had to take care of. I had to make repairs to my car. Of course, I had a sweet mechanic friend, that he helped me for years. I talked about him, in one of my other videos. I had this sweet mechanic friend that he would always, he was like my Captain Save 'em. Every girl needs a Captain Save 'em. If the car broke down, I give him, blow him up on the phone. He was right there. That man was such a blessing to me. I loved him to death. He was such a blessing to me. Every girl needs a Captain Save 'em. No strings attached, nothing like that, but just a Captain Save 'em. Somebody just looking out for you. He was a blessing for so many years to me. I was on the way home one night. This is when I worked at the Myers store. I was on my way home one night, and it was a blizzard outside. I think I was driving the van because I bought 3 vans through him because he sold cars too. He was a mechanic and he sold vehicles too. And I think it was one of my vans broke down on the way home because I was working 12 to 6, 6 to 12, 6 to 12, the night shift. In the middle of the night, I'm on my way home and the van goes clunk, clunk, clunk. I'm like, oh my God. At the time, I didn't have a cell phone, but I had his number on me. And the police happened to be riding by. I said, police officer. And I gave him my mechanic's number and he called my mechanic and my mechanic came right on out. And this was late at night. Oh, he was my Captain Save 'em. He was such a big blessing to me. Oh man, for so many years, he was such a big blessing to me. So, my point, I'm getting off the subject again. But the point I'm making is it's like when you're a single mother, you always have some type of expense. Get the car fixed, buying groceries, buying necessities around the house, buying the children clothes, especially when they're growing. And they grow like weeds, so they always need something. They either need clothes or they need shoes or they need something. I was telling my sons, now you growing, you wait a minute, slow down. I used to tell my youngest son, slow down, you growing too fast. Growing time you buy one pair of shoes, next time you look up, they did not grew that pair, it's time to go buy another pair. And don't be broke and not hardly have no money. Now you gotta try to figure out how you're gonna buy the child some shoes. Coats. In Michigan, you need all kind of coats and jackets up here in Michigan because the weather's always changing. Coats, jackets, gloves, hats. And when and you ladies that live up here up north, you know what I'm talking about. And you have children, they're always losing. You want to almost glue it to their head. They're always losing their hats, their gloves. I don't know how many times that happened. I had to buy new hats, gloves, because they were constantly losing them, or somebody was stealing them. And you don't want to somebody look. Oh, she don't even make sure the baby go out the house with a hat on and the glove. You don't want somebody looking at you like you're a deadbeat mom. So you okay. It's urgent. You got to go out there and get some more gloves and hats for the teacher says that you're neglecting your kid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So when you're a single mother, you always need that's my point that I'm making. I know I've been getting off the subject many times in this video, but the point that I'm trying to make is when you are a single mother and you're raising children, there's always a need. You always got to take care of something. So you always need help. If you're not rich and you got to get help from DHS, what they call it that up here, I don't know what they call it down there, Department of Human Services. Then you always need. There's always a need. You can always use some extra bucks. You can always use some extra help. So I'm not buying this theory. Oh, I don't need his help. Oh, I'm not. I'm sorry. I just not bashing, but come on now. And so it's not good for a single mother to give a man her money because that's money that you could have been putting into your household, sis. You could have been putting that money into your household. Buying the children's shoes or clothes or buying food or paying a bill or going towards your rent. And I can go on and on and on. Medicine, the children, we all know children get sick and you never know when they're going to get sick. And they're going to come down with a cold and you got to go buy medicine. You look at the medicine cabinet, stuff is expired. Ooh, that used to make me mad. Money's tight. Now you got to try to figure out how you're going to go to the store and get some medicine for the baby. Oh, this is expired. Can't use that. But sometimes I'm going to use it anyway. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? And as long as it's not too far gone, you're all right. So it's always something. The child is sick. It's always, I can go on and on and on about this thing. So if you give a man some money, that's money you could have put towards your kids or your household, sis. He doesn't need that. He should be giving you money. I'm gonna stand firm on that. He should be helping you. I'm a firm believer in a woman not doing that. Particularly when you have children. When you have children, you should not be giving a man any money. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Unless that man is a family member and you loaning it to him on a condition he gonna pay you back. But if it's somebody that you dating, mm-mm, absolutely not. He should be giving you money, helping you. And he know if you got children, okay, well y'all a package deal then. Okay? He know that off rip from the gate. He know that from the gate. He got a decision to make from the gate. Well, she got kids, a little bit too much backing for me. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on this one. But if he decide to take you on, he's not just taking you on, he's taking you and your children on. You guys are a package deal. You feel me? I just don't, I'm not a, I'm just not cool with that. I mean, at the end of the day, that's her business and everything, but don't give them your money, sis. Don't do it. You say it's a birthday gift. Well, that's generous for a birthday gift. That's generous. That's generous. Go ahead, and if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button, like button. If you're already subscribed, double check, make sure you're still subscribed. If not, hit it again. Let me know in the comment section what you think. No bashing, no bashing. I don't know. I don't want any of that on my channel because that's not what I'm about. Um, no bashing of Jazz or anything or any other mothers. But just give some constructive opinion. Criticism. What you think? Should a single mother be giving a man money, even as a gift? I don't think so. So let me know what you think. Get at me on Facebook under Sweet June. I'm on Instagram, Sweet June 52. Cash app is Sweet June 53 if you want to support my channel. Not asking, but if you want to support. Until the next video, peace and love. This is Sweet June.